Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my No Pan Left Behind project update. I did roll in 13 new palettes last update, and I have 8 palettes that are getting rolled out. I still have 4 other palettes to work on, but I'm excited to be able to roll some new palettes in. So if you'd like to know what palettes are getting rolled out, definitely continue watching. Also, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, and let's just go ahead and jump right in. So I guess birthday makeup is coming back, like bold makeup. But I feel like there was a point where it was like clean girl aesthetic, like it was mostly focusing on the skin and like really light shadow and mascara. But this has been me since the beginning of the year. I have so many colorful eyeshadow palettes that I'm craving kind of just being simple. And I've been doing color for work, but it's been more like a toned down look. So I don't have very many looks to share with you guys, but I do have a couple that I really enjoyed and I liked. So I took pictures of them. If they were done while I was working, then I tried to take a picture, but it may have not worked out. So I'm sorry, I'm trying to be better. And again, having pictures for you guys, but I do have 8 palettes to roll out. So we're gonna go ahead and jump right in. So the first palette is what I'm wearing on my eyes. I finished it off today. I was like, I had the blues left and the greens since yesterday. So yesterday I did a blue look and I have a picture of that. And today I did the green. So I had to use these 3 shades right here. And that is what I used on my lids, as well as a green that's in another palette that's not getting rolled out. But yeah, that's my look today. So I used this in my crease, this in my outer corner, this on my lid, and then I also did do this like in between the lid and the outer quarter shade, but then I applied a more brighter green right there. I was like, let's use this because you're not gonna use it for work. So let's kind of throw it on for the weekend. I did use this shade, the green, this one, and this one twice, and everything else I've used it once. Overall, really good palette. I did feel like my greens and my crease was a little bit patchy. I do find that the shimmers kind of crease on me as well, like by the end of the day. But overall, I do like it. I kind of was thinking, I don't know, it might be a palette I could declutter. It's fine. Like really, the colors that I'm leaning towards is the greens that I'm wearing today, and everything else I'm just like, I have everything else. I don't know, I'm kind of debating I might like end up decluttering this. I feel like doing this project has really helped me like really use every single pan in every single eyeshadow palette I have used so far, and like kind of making me realize like you have a ton of color. There was a point where I was like buying so many colorful palettes, and now that I'm like doing this project, I'm like, I want some neutrals. But overall, I do like the palette, but I feel like I'd be okay without it if I decluttered it. Next palette I have is it's my Pleasure palette by ColourPop, and this one I used every single shadow once except for Pretty Cruel, which was more of a crease color for me. And beautiful palette, really enjoyed it. I love the color story. I love purple eyeshadow. I don't think I have any looks that I did, but I did use this color with corals that I had from my Danessa Myricks. I don't remember what other shades I used. Oh, I think I used the Dragon Fruit palette because this is an all shimmer palette. The green that I have that's like really limey is from this palette. And I think I used a orange shade from this palette as well. And it was such a beautiful look. Like that's probably one of my favorite looks I created this past month, and it was really, really pretty. This palette is really, really nice. And before I was thinking about decluttering it, but I actually really like it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep it in my collection. A palette that I'm kind of on the fence about. I don't know if I like it or not. I keep finding hair everywhere. My Danessa Myricks Blooming Romance palette. I don't know if I like this palette. I think it's nice, but I don't like that you get a cream and a powder that's pretty much the same color. Like, why do I need 2 shades in different formulas? Like, I just am not like overly impressed with this palette. And I did use this coral shade in that look that I did the coral and purple as well to have a matte. But again, I think it's nice, but I just don't like that I have like pretty much 2 formulas of the same color in a palette. Like, I think I would have been okay without it, but I actually got this palette because I had the original Groundwork palette, and when I finally decided to use it, it kind of had like a lot of fuzzy fibers. I don't know if it was fibers, if it was mold or what. That's why I went to Sephora and exchanged it and got this. But again, this, I'm just like, I don't know if I like it. And again, I have all these shades in other palettes that are not like 2 formulas in a palette, so I don't know. I'm on the fence about this. Another palette that I finished off is my Natasha Denona Ayana palette. This one was a neutral, basic, everyday palette. This was nice for just quick looks, and I really enjoyed Natasha Denona's formula. Really enjoyed it. I think I used this in 2 different eye looks, and again, it was nice. Next up, my Sultry ABH palette is another one that I finished off. I used every shade once. Doesn't look like I used twice or anything. Beautiful palette. Again, another palette that I really enjoyed using because it's neutrals, not a lot of color. This is perfect for work. And yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. The formula is still going strong, and I really enjoyed it. It's still a good palette. So yeah. Another one that I finished off is my Gemini palette by Melt Cosmetics. This one, everything was used once. And this is what it looks like. Mine is still going strong. This is from the first launch. There's no mold or anything. This is like the original packaging. I think it's beautiful. And again, this palette kind of has those tones from the Wilderness palette. And I feel like I can declutter Wilderness. So I'm feeling like decluttering some makeup, but I think I'm gonna wait until June, like do a mid-year declutter and go from there. So yeah, but I really like it. I also have Gemini 2. I do like that one as well. I have a lot of, I'm just noticing doing this project, I just have so many similar color stories, and like, why did I need so many, I don't know, like similar tones in my collection. Another one that I really enjoyed was my NARS Climax palette, right? Yep. At first, I was like, I don't think I like this palette, but I have come to really actually like it. And it's beautiful, again, neutral, cooler tone shades that I was definitely loving. Definitely wanted to reach for it more, but again, since I'm doing this project, I'm just trying to do my looks and use it at least once and work on the next one so I can meet my goal. I have 146 palettes in my collection, but again, I do have a handful right now that just doing this project, I'm like, I'm gonna declutter. I think I have like 5 or 6 that I've decided I want to declutter. So again, that's why I want to do like a declutter so I can kind of get rid of them already. But this is beautiful. I really enjoyed it, and the formula is really nice. I really like NARS formula. I might have one more other NARS palette, I'm not sure, and this one, but I really like their formula. It's really, really good. Sonic Bloom by ColourPop is another one that everything was used once. Oh my gosh, this one, I did a look and I used the blue in the Natasha Denona Gold palette, which is also getting rolled out, and this shade right here in the shade Verbena, I don't know. This one, oh my god, it was so pretty. Again, I have all these tones in my collection, and this one is like the only shadow that stands out to me. It's so pretty, like a silvery purplish blue kind of color. That one's like the standout of this palette. I have all these shades everywhere else. So again, another one that I think I could declutter, but I actually really like this color right here, so I might have to depot that before I get rid of it. This one is pretty too, actually. These two are pretty. Everything else I'd be okay with. Like if I decluttered this or kept shades, like, ooh, this is a beautiful quad right there. Like these 4 right here. I should have did a look doing that. Well, yeah, but beautiful. And then the last palette that's getting rolled out is my Natasha Denona Gold palette. Mine looks a little different than everybody else's because it is a mixture of gold and cranberry. But I did create a look using this color. It was this blue that I used with that shade from ColourPop, and it was so pretty. This formula is really good. This one seems to get like a little bit of hard pan, but I believe this is like a cream to powder formula. But overall, beautiful color story. Really enjoyed it. Not overly like colorful or anything like that, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm definitely keeping it in my collection. What else? Okay. So Dragon Fruit by Clionadh Cosmetics. So this palette, every time I opened it, I was always like, but now it like freaking broke off. The packaging totally sucks. Like I am careful with my palettes, but this thing is broken now. So the only shadows I still have yet to use, maybe I'll do it this way, is this one right here, this one right here. Oh, this is the green that I used that's brighter, like right here. Like I'm mostly doing these colorful poppy shadows like on the weekends, because I'm not gonna wear an eyeshadow look like this to work. But okay, so I still have to use that one, this one, that one, and that one. So I only have 4 more shades left to use on this. I wish I could have finished this off, but this is a beautiful like all shimmer palette. This is the only Cliona shadows I do have, and I hate that this palette is now broken because every time I opened it, it was creaking on me. 4 more shadows. This will definitely get rolled out in the next update. Another palette that I only used twice or 3 times maybe is my Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 2 palette. And the only shades that I've used in this palette are these 2 right here. So this is staying and getting rolled for the next round of palettes. I believe I can get this used up by next time, hopefully. We'll see. I really like the shimmers in here. They're very beautiful. I was gonna say pretty and beautiful, and I got beautiful. And some of these are like dual chromes. They're really pretty. Like this one especially is really nice. I've never used the cream shadow, so I guess I can use those as bases. So we're using that hopefully. I did not use my Indigo Ink by Menagerie Cosmetics. This is a beautiful palette. Oh my god, these shimmer shades are so pretty. That looked purple to me right now that I looked at it. Now it's blue. It's like dual chrome shadows in here. So pretty. I did not use this, but definitely will. And then the last one that I did not use is my Melt Muerte palette. Another one of my favorites in my collection, but it's so dark. And yeah, this has not been used at all. So this is also getting rolled into the next round. I'm going to pick 2 palettes that I want to use. I already have 2 in mind. And then, so 4, 5, 6. So we still need, so I need 7 palettes. 7 palettes to get rolled in. So I'm going to use my Spin the Wheel app. I did not leave out the shadows or the palettes that I have already used. So if I get it again, then I will roll out. But let's go ahead and get started. So the palettes that I'm gonna get is Huda Naughty Nude. Okay, let me actually write these down. I grabbed my notebook that I've been writing my palettes on, and I remembered actually I've pulled 33 palettes in this project since today, and I've used 28 palettes that I've met my goal on already. Okay, what's the next one? Wheel. Oop, what happened? Go back. Okay. The next one is Urban Decay Naked Foxy. Okay. Do I want to use this palette? So there's some new palettes that I have in my new palette drawer / makeup drawer, and I feel like it's been months that I haven't used it, and I don't feel inspired to use a couple of them that are in there. So, and I know that one is one of them, but that's like a neutral palette, so we'll just go ahead and use it. And I've heard really good things about that palette. But like I have Natasha Denona Metropolis palette, and I'm just like not feeling the tones, the orangey tones and the greens. I just feel like I have them everywhere in my collection, but I also know that it's like a very liked palette. So I keep debating on whether I want to declutter that or not and sell it on my Poshmark or Mercari actually. So I keep debating on that. I have a couple of palettes that I just don't feel like I want to use. So Cosmic Brushes Serenity. Have I used that yet? Let me see. Oh no, I used Muse. Okay, my other Cosmic Brushes Serenity. If you have the Metropolis, let me know if I should just keep it and use it. I have not used it, and I've had it at least in my collection for 6 months. This is going, and I haven't even been showing it. Patrick Ta, that one is in already, so I'm gonna go again. So let me know if you think I should keep it. The Metropolis. Natasha Denona Blue Purple. This is another one. I should have taken it out. I don't know if this one, if I take the slice off, if it doesn't bring it in again. I think I need to download a different app. Natasha Denona Cupid. Natasha Denona Cupid. Cupid. ND Cupid. I don't even know what Natasha Denona Cupid is. I don't know. I guess we'll write it down. And if I don't have it in my collection, my daughter helped me do some of these too. So, okay, how many have I written down? 4. So I need 2 more. And then I could pick my last 2. Pat McGrath Celestial Odyssey. Pat McGrath. I know I've used a couple Pat McGrath Mothership Subliminal. Pat McGrath Moonlit Seduction. So I guess not. Okay, another Pat McGrath Pat McGrath Celestial. Oh, isn't that the limited edition one that came out during Christmas? I'm not sure. We'll see once I grab it. Natasha Denona Metropolis. I was just thinking about decluttering that. It's new. I haven't used it. I'm gonna look at it. I'm just not feeling greens and copper colors, and I haven't used it. I bought it and it's been in there. I felt like FOMO when I saw it come back, and I was like, I need to pick it up. I don't know. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I will think about if I'm gonna use this or not, because I feel like I can sell it like new instead of used. Maybe I haven't used it yet since you watched this video, so if you watch it and you have Metropolis, let me know if I should keep it and use it, or if you want it and you're like, put it up and sell it. No, but if you have it, seriously, like, be like, girl, snap out of it and use your palette. Okay, I'm gonna pick 2 more palettes on my own, and I will be right back to share with you guys the palettes that I ended up choosing for this round, and also showing you all the palettes, how they all look. Fine. So 4 palettes are staying from the last one. So my Patrick Ta Major Dimensions, my Menagerie Cosmetics Indigo Ink, my Cleona Dragon Fruit palette, which will be done next round, hopefully all of these that are getting rolled again are getting done, and then the Melt Muerte palette. So I'm going to share with you guys, I did end up picking 3 palettes because I had my numbers all incorrect. So I'm going to share with you guys the palettes that I ended up picking. So since spring is kind of gone, summer's almost here, I'm like, let's go ahead and pull my Sugar Pill Fun Size palette. This is a pastel palette, pretty cute color story palette. This can be paired really well with my Cleona palette because this is all matte and then Cleona's all shimmer. So yeah, I ended up picking this one. I also ended up picking the Give Me Glow Vivid Rose palette. Mine looks a little different. This is how I purchased it off of Mercari, I believe. So this is going to be beautiful tones, rosy, magical looks probably. Not green looks for work like I have now, but this is also one that I picked. And then lastly, I ended up picking the All Done Up palette by Blend Bunny Cosmetics. Again, I'm just kind of trying to get some neutrals to use and not all of the color that I've been getting lately. And yeah, I feel like after I pulled this, I was like, this is more of a fall palette, but it's okay. Let me know if any of you guys picked up the new Amy times Adept palette. I love Adept formula, and I kind of want to pick up Amy's palette because it's like cool tones. Okay, so those are the ones I picked, and then these ones are the ones that got rolled in from the wheel. So this is the Urban Decay Naked Foxy palette. This was one of them that I thought about getting rid of, but again, I'm just feeling the color story right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and use this and see what all the hype is on that, or was the hype, because there was a time where people were raving about it. This is the Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Odyssey. So this is the one that I was like, isn't it a holiday palette? And it is. So this is the second one. This one came out last year, I believe, right? Or the year before that. But this is a mostly shimmer palette. So there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do with this one and having to pair it with possibly other mattes in different palettes. But this is beautiful. This one is really, really good. And then I also have my Natasha Denona Cupid palette. I was like, what is the Cupid palette? But this is what it looks like. So it's a pretty much rosy, romantic kind of color story there. So this will be easily rolled out next time for my update. This is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. This is a pretty similar color story as well. Very beautiful palette. I kind of wish I would have gotten like Pretty Grunge instead. But this is nice as well. This is more definitely everyday appropriate for me. So I feel like I'm going to have a lot of like neutral, like rosy, burgundy type of looks this type coming round. And then Cosmic Brushes Serenity palette looks like this. I only have 2. I only have this one and the Muse, and I'm eyeing Winter Wonderland. That one looks so pretty. And this is what this one looks like. So this one has a few pops of pastels as well, and it's actually really pretty. This is more on the bolder side though, for sure. So this is one that will hopefully get some use out of me this time around. And then lastly, the Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. And I looked at it again and I'm just like, girl, I'm kind of feeling it and not, but definitely gonna see what you guys think. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can just get rid of it. Like, I'm not really into gold shadow either. And I'm just not feeling this palette. That shadow fell on camera, huh? No! I was gonna sell it. Dang it. I saw it puffed up a little bit. Damn it. Well, that shadow's not gonna be included. I'm just, again, not feeling this palette, so I might just go ahead and sell it. Oh my gosh, I can't believe the shadow fell out. Should I do the wheel or should I pick my own? I'm gonna pick my own because I know which palette I want to use. So I'm going to be taking this Natasha Denona Yucca palette, and I'm definitely feeling this way more than the Metropolis. So I will be posting my Metropolis on my Mercari. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm still looking at the shadows on my carpet. That's crazy. I can't put it in there because it's on the floor, but I'm gonna use this one as well. So yeah, we're gonna use the Yucca palette by Natasha Denona. So those are all the palettes in this round for No Pan Left Behind. Let me know if you're doing this project as well or any other projects so I can go ahead and check them out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.